Welcome to lecture 6. In this lecture we will see the solution of the questions that I have given in assignment. Let's see the first question. In this question it has been asked to find the direction of the current to obtain a counterclockwise torque. I will solve for counterclockwise. For clockwise it will just be the opposite of that. So this red one indicates my rotor and this is my stator. So based on the direction of current, we can find the flux produced by the stator. If you curl your finger like this thumb gives the direction of the flux. So the direction of the flux from the stator is like this. That is, we have a north pole here and we have a south pole here. Again here, if you curl your finger, you get the direction of flux like this. So this is how the flux is flowing. Now you want to produce a counterclockwise torque. So okay, first one is clockwise torque. So if you want to solve for clockwise torque, so the torque should be in this direction. So the force here should be in this direction. So this is the direction of force, this is the direction of field. So you have to apply Fleming's left hand rule. So this is your field, this is your force, and this gives you the direction of current. So at this point the current is coming out of the conductor, so it's a dot here, and at this point the force will be in this direction. So if you apply Fleming's left hand rule, here it will be a cross. If you have a dot here and if you have a cross here, the torque produced will be in this direction. For counterclockwise direction, it will be a cross here, it will be a dot here. Let's look at the second question. In this question, it has been asked to find anti-clockwise direction. Okay, we have to find the direction of the current in the rotor for a anti-clockwise torque. So what is anti-clockwise torque? Anti-clockwise torque means the torque will be in this direction. That is, if you take a tangent here, the direction of force at this point will be like this. Now what is the field produced by this conductor? These are stator conductors. So if you curl your finger in the direction in this way, that is, the current is coming out through this, going inside this. If you curl your finger like this, thumbs give you the direction of flux. So the flux here is in this direction. So this is force, this is flux. If you take the rotor, this is my rotor, and these are the rotor conductors. Now if you apply Fleming's left hand rule, it will be a dot here and it will be a cross here, because this is my direction of force, this is the direction of field, this is the direction of current. So the current is coming out of the conductor, I will give a dot here, I will give a cross here. So this will produce a counterclockwise torque. Let's look at question number 3. The question number 3 is that I have a stator like this, and if I have a rotor here, let's draw the rotor. Okay, before drawing the rotor, let's see what is the direction of flux due to this current. Here I have to curl my finger again in the direction of current. So here the current is coming out of the conductor, here it is going in. So if I curl my finger in this direction, this is the direction of the field. This is the direction of the flux produced by the stator. Now let's look at the rotor circuit. This is my rotor. This is my rotor, and as per the question it is given here, it is a cross here, it is a dot here. So again for the rotor circuit also, the direction of the field is in the same direction. That is, this is my stator field and this is my rotor field. Both of them are in same direction. So it cannot produce a torque. To produce a torque, the two magnetic fields should be at an angle. Here this angle is 0. It cannot produce a torque. Let's come to this question. In this question, let's first find the direction of flux produced by the stator. I have drawn the stator. So you have to curl your finger in the direction of the current. Here the current is coming out of this conductor. Here it is going in. So I have to curl my finger. So this is the direction of field. So it's a north pole, and here it is a south pole. So the flux lines are flowing like this. This is for the stator. Let's draw it for the rotor. This is my rotor. Now for the rotor, it is given that here on this side we have cross, and on this side we have dot. So this is dot and these are cross. So we have to curl our finger in the direction of this, that is current is coming out of this and going inside like this. So the rotor flux is in this direction. So the field produced by the stator is in this direction, the field produced by the rotor is in opposite direction. In this problem, the stator field Fs and the rotor field Fr both are in same direction. In this problem, the stator field Fs is in this direction and Fr, the rotor field, is in this direction. In both the cases, the torque produced is 0, because in last class we have seen that the torque is proportional to sine of theta, where theta is the angle between these two magnetic fields. Here it is 0, so sine of 0 is 0. Here it is 180, or sine of 180 is also 0. So in both this question, the torque produced is 0. Let's look at this problem. In this problem, show the direction of torque produced and the angle in. Okay. Now in this question, we have to find the direction of torque produced and the torque angle. Here, let's first find the direction of field produced by the stator. The direction of field produced by the stator is, here again you have to curl your finger. So it's a north pole, it's a south pole. So this is the direction of field produced by the stator. So if I draw here, this is my Fs. Now for the rotor, first of all let me draw the rotor. So this is my rotor. If this is the rotor, according to the diagram, these are cross and these are dot. So again, if you curl your finger from dot to cross, this will give you the direction of flux produced by the stator. Now what is the torque angle here? The torque angle here is this one. This is the torque angle. This is the direction of stator flux, this is the direction of rotor flux, this is the torque angle. Now the next question is direction of torque produced. Now to find the direction of torque, this is my field. Let's see what is the direction of current here. If I apply Fleming left hand rule, this is my field, this is my direction of current. So this is the direction of torque produced here, direction of force, and if you come here, it is like this. So this machine will rotate in this direction and you call it as clockwise rotation. This problem has multiple solutions, at least 2 solutions. So I will give you one. Let's assume that these two are cross this dot, and these two are cross. So this is also dot, this is also cross. So if you curl your finger, this one will be a north pole, this one will be a south pole. Now let's draw the rotor. This is my rotor. So the lines of force are coming out like this. This is my field, direction of field. Now the question is that you have to produce clockwise direction of rotation, that you have to rotate it in this direction. The conductors are placed here. Now if you place a conductor here, what is the direction of flux here? The direction of flux is in this direction, and if you want this to rotate here, the direction of force here should be like this. So if you apply Fleming's left hand rule, this is the direction of force, this is the field, so this is the direction of current. It means that it will be a dot here and it will be a cross here. So if you excite it like this, it will rotate it in this direction. Now these last two questions, these two questions are really interesting and it has some good concept in it. First of all, let's look at this one. As per the question, this is a north pole, this is a south pole, this is a north pole, and this is a south pole. So how many stator poles are there? The number of stator poles are 4. Let's draw the rotor. This is my rotor, and the way it is given in the question, this is a cross and this is a dot. Now this one will produce magnetic lines of force like this, and this one will produce magnetic lines of force like this. How you do this? You put your finger, thumb in the direction of current. This will give you, the curl of the finger will give you the direction of current. Here it is like this, so you do. So the curl of the, if you point your thumb in the direction of current, the curl of the finger will give you the direction of the magnetic field. So here the current is coming out. I place my thumb in this direction. This is giving me the direction of field. Here the current is going inside, so curl of the finger is giving me the direction of flux. So here the fluxes are like this. It means that we have a north pole here, we have a south pole here. So the stator has 4 poles and the rotor has 2 poles. A machine cannot produce a torque if the number of stator poles and rotor poles are not same. So this machine cannot produce a torque. It can be explained in different way. One of the way of explaining this is that this north pole will try to get attracted to the south pole. As a result, this one will try to rotate in clockwise direction. Here this south pole will try to get attracted towards this north pole and will try to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. As a result, these two forces will cancel each other and it will not rotate. Another way of explaining the same thing is that, let's say that we have a flux lines like this. So at this point the flux lines are in this direction, your direction of current is this, so you are producing a torque in this. Here again the flux lines are coming out of north pole, so the flux lines are in this direction. If the flux lines are in this direction and current is reversed, here again the torque produced is in this direction. So both the torque are in same direction, it cannot produce a torque. It cannot produce it. Both the forces are in same direction, it cannot produce a torque. Here again in this question there are 2 stator poles, and the way, let's first draw the rotor. This is my rotor. There are 4 conductors in this. Cross, cross, dot, dot. Now curl your finger in the direction of current. So if you curl your finger in direction of current, you will see that here the current is coming out. So you will have a magnetic lines of force like this. Here the current is going inside. You will have a direction like this. Here again it is coming out. Here again it is going inside. So we have a north pole here, we have a south pole here, we have a north pole here, we have a south pole here. So this rotor has 4 poles and the stator has 2 poles. Again, for the same reason, we will say that the number of poles of stator and rotor are not equal, that's why it cannot rotate. Looking at it in a different way, at this point, if you see the lines of force are in this direction. So if you apply Fleming left hand rule, this is the direction of field. If you look at this point, the current is going inside. So the direction of torque is in this direction of force. Now if you come to this point, the direction of flux is same, but the direction of flux and current both of same. So the force is again in this direction. So these two forces are in same direction. As a result, they will cancel each other. It will not rotate. That is, this north pole and this south pole, both of them will try to oppose each other. As a result, the net torque that is produced by this machine will be 0. From these two problems, we have understood one concept, that the number of poles in the stator has to be equal to the number of poles in the rotor. So on all machine that we will study, DC machine, induction machine, synchronous machine, this condition has to be satisfied.